Hey, back again, me. Well, Norman, I'm so sorry to hear about your mum and dad. That really brought a tear to my eye and pulled a string in my heart. That was most unfortunate about them. I do have very fond memories of your mum and dad. Your dad was a classic. Oh, Jesus. Um, yeah, my mum and dad. Yeah, well, they have to. My dad still does painting and decorating, and he's just about to retire because he hasn't been, he's just had shingles, so that's a sign of him to start to retire. So he reckons he's going to retire this year, and yeah, they live in a place called Marimbla in New South Wales. Check it out on YouTube, mate, Marimbla, and I'm sure there's videos of it. And yeah, it's a really nice coastal country kind of a town. My mum, my mum works with mentally handicapped people, intellectually disabled people they call them today, and yeah, she's been doing that ever since we've been out here. She was a bus driver for a while, just before she was doing that. But when she was a bus driver, she was actually driving for the intellectually disabled. So that's probably where she got the idea from. And yeah, she enjoys doing that, gets a kick out of it. They're coming down next month. Oh yeah, next month is nearly here, in a few weeks I should say. So I'll hook this thing back up again and do another one for you with them. We did do one a while ago before I worked it all out. Had a bit of a hard time trying to upload me. I was trying to do video mail, and for some reason my computers wouldn't let me capture the file. It was always way too big and I couldn't shrink it, and so I had all sorts of problems for a long time, but now I've got it, mate. God help me in YouTube. As you can already see. So yeah, that was not a bad way to chuck out a vid, and that, is it? And an email, pretty easy, isn't it, really? Like, mate, you would never have thought you would have seen my head in your house, mate. Hey, my missus in the background, even she's fucking pissing herself. Oh, well, life is real cash here, like, alright, after saying I was all homesick and that, I'm really glad that like, that my folks brought me out here, because lifestyle isn't too bad, and yeah, no one stresses too much. It's all right. It's very easy going, like, there's none of this bullshit bollocks about trying to keep up with the Joneses. He's got a bigger car than me and a newer car. There's none of that crap, like, none of this class distinction that I remember that we used to have back home in Wales, like, oh, so-and-so's got an X-registered car, well, I've only got an S-reg, or all that kind of crap. So, yeah, people are friendly and good, and, like, you hear about racism, but there's fuck all racism, like, compared to back home, what I recall, yeah, like what me and you used to cop at school and stuff, like, kids are kids, but, well, no, not here. Yeah, I don't see any of that stuff, like, no bullying's in the school, and everything's pretty good, and racism's bugger all, like, if there's any racism, like, with the Aboriginals and that's out in the Northern Territory and in the middle of Australia, where they can't handle their grog, and they're just on binge drinks, and they don't care for their kids, and they, honest to God, they just go into town, they get drunk, and they fall asleep in what they call the long grass, the grass on the side of the road. They get run over, everything, like, lose their kids because then their baby, they're hopeless. They bring it on themselves. So yeah, that's why it's a little bit racist. And they don't wash for fucking months, and it's bloody 40 degrees in the day, and up there, like, it's 40 odd degrees in the day, and it's near freezing in the night time. So it's like in the desert kind of thing. But yeah, that's the Aboriginals. But the ones around town here, the ones you see, they're good people. They're just like you and I, mate. That's basically it. We don't see we're lucky where we are. We're in a bit of a country town, and we live on the Mornington Peninsula, and I live about 5 minutes, 10 minutes from, or not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes from Western Port Bay, which is the second largest natural deepest port in the world, and Port Phillip Bay. I live about 10-15 minutes from Port Phillip Bay, and that's an absolutely beautiful bay. And I'm into a bit of kayaking. And I still do a little bit of fishing and stuff, not as much as I used to. And yeah, I love spending time with the kids and stuff. I recently was working away from home from end of last March up until November. I worked away from home. The middle of November, end of November it was, and I worked away from home and did a biodiesel plant up in the bush in New South Wales, a place called Barnawatha, and I didn't get to spend much time at home. So when I got home, it was nearly Christmas time, and had 3 weeks off for Christmas, and got to spend a lot of time with the kids and all that kind of stuff. Like quality time I'm talking about, and down the beach, in the mornings and in the evening. A little bit hot in the middle of the day to be down the beach. You get burnt like a crisp, mate. My skin would be the same colour as me hair, mate. If I was going down the beach in the middle of the day, kind of thing. Yeah, beaches are good. Lots of surf beaches here, and nice, safe bays and beautiful beaches, basically. Yeah, everything's good. I've lived here now for so long, it's just the way it is, kind of thing. But when I do come home, you're one of the ones you're one of the first blokes I'm going to catch up with for a pint, mate. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's just the way it is. So, well, what can I say? Yeah, kids are in bed. I've got my Mrs. Jo. Been with her for about 12 years, maybe a bit more now. And yeah, she's alright. She works as a receptionist in the doctor's, just part-time, 2 half-days a week, just enough to keep her sanity. And I've got 2 little ones, a little 2.5-year-old, Rory, and you'd never believe, little blonde hair, and me, a little black man with a blonde-haired baby, 2 of them. And Trent, he's 5 and he's just starting school in a couple of weeks, and he's really excited. Well, actually next week he's starting school, and he's really excited. And Australia Day this weekend, and he's a little blondie too, which is like unbelievable, yeah. But they've all got my nose. And Australia Day this Saturday, so we got a long weekend. I'm in a decent union, so I get the Saturday, Sunday was the weekend, and I get the Monday and the Tuesday. Monday's a public holiday and the Tuesday's an RDO. Work a 36-hour week, which is good, which means every second Monday I have off with pay. I don't know what working conditions are like at home, but they vary here, and I'm very fortunate to be in a decent union and have very good working conditions, and they actually value family time, so that's really grouse. I don't know. When this one finishes, I'm going to actually just say a joke, actually. And yeah, when this one finishes, I'm just going to do one more and say a joke, and or 2 jokes. Hopefully not as bad as my Heath Ledger joke last night, which I've been getting emails all day about that, and people abusing me. I just thought I wanted to make a dickhead of myself, and I did it.